My name is Kate Ellis. I am an interventionist, relationship expert. I'm someone that helps people get clean from opiates, heroin, different types of drugs. My story is very powerful. I got clean 8 years ago. August the 8th next month is my sobriety date for 8 years. I'm so proud of myself because there's so many people dying and overdosing from this epidemic. So today I want to talk to people that are struggling with addiction. And I will carry this to the grave with me. I don't care if you get tired of hearing it. That's just too bad, okay? You're going to hear my story, and I'm going to talk about it every day till my eyes turn blue with bags under it, okay? So today I had to write notes about the stuff that I was going to post because there's so many things going on right now with the opioid epidemic, the heroin epidemic, the overdoses, the deaths, everything. It's so much stuff going on. So we have to make ourselves aware. We have to educate our children and everybody of what's going on, okay? Stop turning a blind ear and a blind eye. Just because if you're not directly affected by something does not mean you will never be. That's where people get it twisted, okay? Okay, so today I want to start off my post by talking about Demi Lovato. She's a popular singer. I don't know too much about her, but you know, I read her story about her overdosing this morning. They found her in her apartment. She overdosed on heroin, and I don't really know a lot about her, but I know that she's been fighting and struggling with addiction for a while now, and she has a song out called Sober. So I'm going to read you some of the lyrics to her song. They're so powerful, because guess what? If you're fighting addiction or you're dealing with someone with that addiction, this is probably what's going through their head right now. Okay, so these are the words from Demi Lovato's song. She says, I got no excuses for all of these goodbyes. Call me when it's over, because I'm dying inside. Wake me when the shakes are gone and the cold sweats disappear. Call me when it's over and myself reappeared. Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm not sober anymore. And Daddy, please forgive me for the drinks I spilled on the floor. I'm not sober anymore. This is a song she wrote called Sober. And so apparently she overdosed this morning, and they found her in her Hollywood Hills home and, you know, took her to the hospital. She was unresponsive when they found her. So my thing is this. Demi Lovato is 25 years old. She's a popular singer, and she's addicted to heroin, and she's been fighting this fight for a long time. I never took heroin in my life, but I know that people say that when you first take that drug, you fall in love with it because it makes you feel like you're on top of the world. You feel so good from it. But once you depend upon it, that's when you're sitting on death's doorstep. Heroin is a dangerous drug. And so she was clean for six years. And then she wrote the song called Sober. And so I guess that was her sign of the relapse. And the most dangerous point of addiction for people is when you go through periods of sobriety. You know, when you are clean for a certain amount of time, and then you go through a period of not having the drug, and then you go back to the drug, that's the danger zone. That's how people are dying. Because what people don't realize is that once you go through a period of sobriety without the drug, and then you go back to the drug, that's how you can overdose. Your body shuts down. Your body can't handle the fact that you went without it, then you went back to the amount you were taking prior to that. So we got to be careful about that, okay? Educate everybody you know about this. I don't care if you got people in your family that never did drugs in their life. I don't care if your kids are on an honor roll. I don't care if they're playing on the best sports teams. None of that matters, because I know kids that are on the honor roll that are fighting for their lives, okay? You gotta stop turning a blind ear and a blind eye. My eye is really itching though. You gotta stop it, okay? You gotta stop it. It irks me because parents are so discriminatory. They be like, okay, my kid is doing great. We don't have to deal with this epidemic. It's not affecting us. But still, you need to make your kids, educate your kids about what is going on. And I'm sure that everybody's kid got a friend that died from an overdose or knows someone that's addicted. Okay? Part 2 of my message. This past weekend, today's Tuesday, Friday and Saturday in Philadelphia County, there was 100 overdoses in 24 hours. Let me get up and close and personal and tell you what I'm saying, okay? Because I don't really think you guys are getting it. You think it's a game because it's not your kids or your family, okay? Everybody's affected. Get involved, okay? Let me just say this. This weekend in Philadelphia County, there were 100 overdoses. Okay, let's talk about this. Philadelphia County, Montgomery County, and Bucks County. So there's some bad dope floating around or something that people are getting a hold of. Okay, so this is what we got to understand. You have to educate your loved ones, even if they're not affected. People got to stop being stereotyping, because that is why everybody's struggling. Because people looking at people like, oh, well, she's cute, she has a nice... Demi Lovato is a celebrity, okay? She's in the public eye, and she's struggling with addiction, okay? I was honored last Wednesday, a week ago from tomorrow. The Wendy Williams Hunter Foundation honored me for my story, okay? For being sober in my work in the community. Guess what? Do you know that Chaka Khan struggled with addiction through her whole career? Just Google it. I'm giving you information. Google it. Chaka Khan has a book out about how she became an addict 30, 40 years ago. And she's been struggling her whole life, going in and out of detoxes and rehabs. Natalie Cole struggled with it. Her Lifetime movie was epic. I'm just saying this to say this. Let me stay on track. It don't matter if it doesn't matter if you have someone in your family that's not involved in drugs. You don't know. You could be affected one day. You could be getting a car accident, get a tooth pulled, something like that. And then they say, here's some Percocets, some Lorcet, something like that. And they can say, here, take these pills. That's how I became an addict. And guess what? I loved how they made me feel. I felt powerful. I felt like a woman. I felt like even when I was losing things, I was still gaining things on those pills. But guess what? They tore my life apart. They tore me apart. Okay? And I'm just telling you right now. If it can happen to a celebrity, it can happen to you or your kids or anybody. Nobody is off limits. Nobody. Okay? Get it together. I'm so tired of telling you to get it together. Educate your children. Okay? Talk to them every day. Let them feel comfortable enough to come to you and say, hey, Mom, I have a friend that does this drug. Wendy Williams has a son, okay? He was 14. He tried K2, the synthetic marijuana that makes you walk around looking like a zombie. He tried that and he liked it, and he became addicted to it. Wendy said that her life was torn apart and that she'd never seen her son like that before. So I'm just telling you, you got to educate yourself. Okay? You got to educate yourself and your children and your family members, your loved ones. And you got to get involved in the community. You know? You got to talk to the people in the community. If every adult, even if you got a kid that's a good kid, that didn't get caught up in the system, if you got a kid that's a good kid, you still should be giving back. You still should be going out in the community. Adopt the kid. Adopt the kid. Okay? What is the big deal? Get involved in a kid's life that might need you. You don't know what people's kids going through. You got to get involved in the community. You know what I mean? You know, your kids have friends. Everybody's kids have friends. Get involved with your community and your community kids. If every adult in the community adopt one kid, guess what? I don't think it would be as bad as it is now. Because guess what? For me, all it takes for one person to believe in you. All it takes is one person to say, I believe in you. I know you can do this. You know, I know you can get through this. But if you don't have that voice coaching you on, then sometimes you just start to lose hope. So guess what? There's so many people that don't get involved in their communities. I know communities, small towns that are crashing and dying. All their kids are dying from overdoses because guess what they're doing? They're thinking that I don't have to do nothing because my kids are good. All right, that's it. And it's wrong. It's wrong. Everybody should be giving back in some kind of way. I don't understand. I know everybody's not like me, but I feel like my life is complete when I am giving back. Everybody don't have that gift. Okay? Everybody doesn't have that gift. So I'm just telling you, people are dying out here. 100 people overdosed Friday and Saturday night in Philadelphia, Montgomery County, and Bucks County. Okay? All these towns. And people are dying. And it's just not kids. It's people's moms, people's dads, people's cousins, people's friends, people's uncles, people's aunts. What is it going to take? How many people? Is it that you got to lose somebody in your family for you to get involved? Is that what it is? Get your minds right, okay? Get it together. Get it together. There's no reason why you shouldn't be involved in your community. Adopt a child, okay? If your son has a friend or your daughter has a friend that has a mom that's a little bit like, okay, you can go out and you don't have no curfew, you know, you can step up and say, hey, give them some words of encouragement, you know? Try to make a difference in somebody else's life. If you raised a good kid, guess what? That means that you can give that to somebody else's kid, maybe. It takes a village to raise a child, okay? Y'all got to do better in these communities. Bucks County, Bristol, okay, Levittown, Croydon, Ben Salem, Willow Grove, okay, all these different counties. You got to get involved. You can't sit home and scratch your ass and cry when everybody die and post pictures like, I just seen him, I just seen her. No, no, no. That doesn't count. Get out and get involved in your communities. Adopt a child. Even if he a thug, he could be a gang member, a drug dealer. She could be a stripper or a dancer, whatever. Guess what? I'm doing it every day of my life. I'm giving back, okay? So you can't tell me what it's all about, because I know. But I'm just telling you, you guys got to do better. You're going to keep posting posts about, oh, I'm so sad I lost this person. But you never was involved. Nobody was involved. Nobody was involved. Get it together. Get it together. This is a pep talk, okay? This is a pep talk. Get your minds right. Get back. Adopt a child. Reach out to somebody. Do something in the community. Stop sitting on social media and acting like your life is so busy that you can't help somebody else. Because it might be you one day, or your kid, or your uncle, or your aunt, or somebody. I got to get rough with you sometime, because y'all don't be understanding. Okay? I got to let you know, because I'm going to speak my mind. If you're offended, I don't really care. All right? That's Becky talking. I have so much passion for what I do. So I get a little emotional sometimes. And I kind of like, I'm scolding y'all. Because the community, y'all need to do more. Y'all not doing enough. Okay? Now, I look fine today, don't I? Almost 50. I'll be 47 in 3 months. I don't look like what I've been through. God's grace, mercy, and favor has brought me through. Okay? And for anybody that's fighting an addiction, let me tell you something. You can get it through it. You can get through it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I know. I know. Okay? This is the longest video I've done. Damn, 13 minutes long. And it's going on 14. But guess what? It's something that you all need. Get involved in your communities with your kids. Get involved. That's the only way it's going to get better. Okay? Everybody's going to be dying. And you're going to be like, oh, I just talked to him. Get your minds right. Please do it. Good day.